What is going on? Day 23 right here, and what I want to share in this video is something that I found to be so important to me of whenever I'm stepping into a new version of me, whenever I'm stepping into the unknown, doing something different, changing things up in my life, starting something new. What I do is I purge everything out from the old, to absolutely toss out everything out from the old and step in and allow room for the new to come in. So what do I mean by all of that? Well, today I went to the mall today, and normally I hate shopping. I hate trying clothes on, find the right sizes and whatnot. I just don't really like that stuff. I'm super simple. But what happens is every couple of years, it turns out to be every couple of years. What I do is just I toss out everything. I toss out everything from the version of me that I used to be if I'm stepping into something new. Toss out everything from the old version and just go and buy like totally new clothes. Just totally new clothes, something that it just allows me to not only allow myself to step into this new version and just focus on the new things that I want to focus on, but what it does is on a subconscious level, when we're switching up something, when we're switching up things that are when we're tossing out the old and putting in something new, subconsciously what that's telling our brains is that, okay, we're ready, like we're doing something different, we're making these big changes, okay, we're getting rid of everything, is mentally what's going on at the subconscious level. And so yeah, I went to the mall today with my buddy Lamar, and Lamar, he loves fashion, he loves style. Me, like, it's like I kind of felt bad for Lamar because I was like kicking and screaming the whole time. He's like, yeah, let's try this. I'm like, hell no. Like no way. Like, I'm super simple. Like, oh man, like that's too much right there. But we finally came to some agreements, some compromises here, and I went and just bought some like black jeans. I've actually never in my entire life owned a pair of black jeans. But I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. And Lamar was really pushing for it because we found these boots, these black boots, and it's like, all right, cool. Let's learn about this fashion thing. Let's learn how to be a little more in tune with fashion, and it's kind of interesting. It was really fascinating actually, because there's all these little tiny details that I would just like way over my head. Normally never notice those sort of things. But he was just picking out. He's like, yeah, when you roll up the jeans, the stitching on the inside, the stitching, like that's nice right there. It allows that little tiny detail that people sometimes notice consciously, or sometimes just don't even notice at all. But they look at that person, and they're like, yeah, they're really put together. I'm like, holy shit, like, wow, like there's a lot in here that I don't know about. And so I went to the mall today, just got a bunch of new clothes. When I say a bunch of new clothes, I literally just got a pair of jeans and a couple t-shirts and some black boots. But that's a big step for me, going in and just buying new things, so that every single day that I put my clothes on, every single day that I put new shirts on, new jeans on, new boots. Boots is a first for me too. But every single time I put these new clothes on, it's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm different. I'm different than the old version of Brett. I'm different than where I was back then. And it just sends a lot of subconscious signals, and you also feel good too. You feel good, just like new clothes, look good, feel good, and like that's what's most important, because when we're feeling good, that's when we're gonna be top at our best right there. And the last time that I did this was about a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago, when I did the 10-day Vipassana silent meditation. And after I finished that 10 days of silent meditation, I get out, I walk out of there, and I'm like, man, we're changing everything. We are changing everything. Like, holy shit, like, that old version of Brett before we went in there, like, oh my god, like, oh, we've got some changes to make. And so again, like, it wasn't anything crazy, but for me, like, it was crazy buying a couple new t-shirts, new jeans, like all that sort of stuff. So the first time I did that was Well, the last time I did that was about a year and a half ago. And then the time before that, the last time I did that was when I quit my job. And when I quit my job about 3 years ago, what I did was kind of the opposite, actually. Instead of buying new things, I actually just got rid of everything, because I had this whole wardrobe, this whole closet of like suits and like nicer clothes, because I would be going to work in my suits and going out at night in like nicer outfits. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go traveling right now, so I don't need all this. I just gave it away, went to Goodwill, sold it, gave it to friends, just got rid of everything. And so, because I didn't even realize it at the time, but that's what I was doing. I was subconsciously just shedding like everything from the person that I used to be, the person that was working the corporate job and just doing my thing, going into work. Like, I was just shedding all of it. I was telling myself, like, okay, I don't, like, logically, I don't need these clothes anymore. I don't need these suits. I'm not going to use these suits anymore. But subconsciously, what it was get rid of it. Out with the old. So, something I want to share, because it's been interesting to notice every single time that I do those things, do make those leaps, those changes, because as I'm stepping into new ventures of whatever kind that I'm working on, new projects, new businesses, whatever it is, so it's like, okay, get rid of everything before that. So I want to share that in that video. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.